There are three things you need to ascend to the fifth dimension. And of course, they're not material things. The first thing you need, the first step in fifth dimensional ascension is balance. If your third dimensional life is erratic, emotional, out of balance, your relationships aren't settled, your health is poor, you're always stressed about time, just a lot of, I mean, we walk around, most people in America are highly stressed. When you're out of balance like that, there's no 5D for you. It doesn't work that way. You can't experience 5D without balance, okay? The second step in 5D, so again, we work in the fourth dimension to bring our third dimensional life into balance. We use our higher understanding to train ourselves, to train that avatar, to get that avatar in balance. Why do we want to get that avatar in balance? So we don't have to constantly worry about it. We gave it good instructions, we've worked with it for weeks, months, years, and now it's on its own, it's on autopilot, and it's a good person down there. He's doing the right things, healthy, always exercising, doing his morning routine, doing everything he has to do to be a good person. That's what you want. You want to bring your 3D life into balance so that now you can start opening up to more 5D experiences. The second step in fifth dimensional ascension, or the second attribute that you need, is called heart-centered. Mind-centered, this is the poster child right here for mind-centered. This is my personal struggle. I have to think about everything. I have to speak about everything. I have to explain everything. I have to write it down. I have to give everything a name. That's the first thing we do, by the way, with little kids. That's the first thing we do. They're 4 or 5 months old, and you hold them up and you go, ooh, there's the tree. Look at the leaves. See the sky. See the clouds. See the sun. Ooh, you feel the wind. Everything has to have a name. Everything has to be identified. Everything has to be, set in stone. Like if it's not, we have to explain it and rationalize it. So we are mind-centered in 3 dimensions. Now, there are many people, well, first of all, I don't want to be sexist because it's not entirely true, but most men are mind-centered. But let's not be sexist because most women are mind-centered too. But there are definitely people who exhibit heart-centered behavior. Right? They are heart-centered more than they're mind-centered. And they've been working on this not just today, they've been working on it for many, many years, and they have become more and more heart-centered. What is heart-centered? Quiet, just turn your voice off, stop. You don't have to give everything a name. You can let people be who they are. You don't have to explain it to them. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to convince them or change them. You just let the world go on. You let the universe go on. You're more receptive and accepting of energy that's coming to you. You're much more energy aware of situations. Again, you don't have to explain everything or convince or fix or defend. You just allow. The more heart-centered you are, the more open you are to fifth dimensional experience. The more mind-centered you are, you can experience it, but at a more narrow pace. So your goal is, you have 2 goals. Number 1, start to bring all the aspects of your life under balance using the 4th dimensional tools that we talk about. So you want to take these 4D tools, apply them down to your 3D avatar, and get that life in balance. And then number 2, you have to learn to be more accepting, more resonant, more energetic, less talking, less explaining, less thinking, more heart-centered, more open, more connected, more allowing of other people to do their thing. All right, there's that. The third thing you need, and we'll actually experience this now as we do this meditation, which we're going to do in a minute or two. The third thing you need to understand about fifth dimensional ascension is it's not an individual effort. Yeah, it is an individual effort. You're the one that has to wake up in the morning. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the meditations. You've got to become healthy. You've got to bring your life into balance. You have to be heart-centered. You have to do the 5D meditations. Yeah, it's an individual effort, but it's not. What your 5D experience wasn't made for you. It was made for us as humanity. Humanity is ascending to the 5th dimension, not you by yourself. When you ascend, what you're doing is you're adding your light to the collective. Every positive decision you make, every kind thing you do, every generous act you take, every time you do a meditation, every time you make yourself healthy and do deep breathing, you're adding to the light of the collective. Yes, you're adding to your own light, but you're adding to the light of collective. And the second thing you're doing, as you ascend to 5D, you're creating a path, a template, a ladder that other people can follow. The more people who work on ascending to 5D, the more people can ascend to 5D. Right? When in the beginning, only a very few are able to do it or even to think about it. But when you link arms with a collective, and we do this together, then it allows more people to ascend. So again, you're not doing it for yourself. Yes, you are going to be healthier, you'll be happier, your relationships will improve, everything's going to be great, you'll feel the light, it's going to be great, but you're not doing it for yourself. And until you surrender to the idea of unity consciousness, until you completely let go of the idea that most people are ascending to, well, not most people, a lot of people want to ascend to 5D. You know why? Because they're afraid of getting left back in 3D. They're doing it for themselves. They don't want to be on old Earth. They don't want to be part of this anymore. They want to ascend to a higher vibration. And they're doing it, in truth, because they're afraid for their own future. They're not thinking, wait a minute, I'm really ascending to 5D to help the world, to help the Earth. See, we don't just live in any old time in history. The Earth itself is ascending to a fifth dimensional vibration, higher vibration. And here's the secret. If the Earth is ascending to 5D, guess what? We are ascending to 5D because we're not on the Earth. We are the Earth. We are the Earth. We are life on the Earth. So all of these ascension energies that are coming from inside the Earth, from the sun, from other places, all of these ascension energies are useless to you if you're locked in your 3D thinking, if you're dense 3D. If your life's not in balance, if you're not heart-centered, and you're all self-centered, not unity consciousness centered, the ascension energies don't penetrate you. But if you are balanced and heart-centered and surrender to unity consciousness, you're able to anchor more of these ascension energies, more of this ascension wisdom, more of this ascension light. You can actually anchor more light into your body, which is the purpose of 5D. The fifth dimension is a dimension of light. Let's do the fifth dimension meditation right now. You should be relaxed. I'm talking. I'm all like, oh, I got all this energy going through me. I need to relax for a minute. You guys should be nice and relaxed. I want you to imagine that you are above the clouds. You're looking down. The clouds represent mind. Mind below mind is the third dimension. You're way past the third dimension. You're in the fourth dimension now. And when you're above the clouds, what do you see? Blue sky all around you, and what else do you see? Beautiful bright sun over your head. That's the light of the universe. That's the light of source. That's the light of the universe. That's the light. That's the fifth dimension. And I want you to start just becoming that light, just moving closer to it or have it move closer to you. And just as you enter the orbit and the light starts to get into, allow the light to penetrate into your being. Allow this light to penetrate into your cells, to surround you completely. And just become more and more like that light. And just bathe in that feeling. Just linger in this feeling of light. And now I want you to take your three-dimensional mask off. Just take the mask off and just allow the light to radiate from you. You're part of the light. The light is part of you. And now I want you to take this shell, this three-dimensional shell that we all wear, take that off. And all that's left is light. Yes, radiate that light. Feel that light flowing through you. You are a being of light. Now I want you to imagine Around the earth is a web of light, all surrounding the earth. You, me, her, him, all of us are points of light in this web. Remember I said we're not doing this for ourselves? We're doing it for humanity to ascend. Each one of us is a point of light in this global web of light. And as you're bathing in this light, as you feel this light, I want you to feel the vibration of the 100, 200 people that are doing this right now on this live. Right now, I want you to feel everybody's energy. And I want you to feel that, whoa, that intense vibration. Let your skin tingle. Just merge with the light, merge with the collective light, merge with the earth's web of light. Not only the people that are here now, but now I want you to expand that to the millions of people on the planet who are kind, generous, making healthy decisions, making kind decisions, acts of generosity, acts of kindness. I want you to see that every single act of everyone on the planet adds to the light. You are that web of light. You're not just a single point, you're all of it. See, I also want you to see electromagnetic light coming in, through, and around the earth. The electromagnetic field of the earth, and realize that's for us. That's to heal us. That's our light as well. I want you to feel that. I want you to feel the solar rays from the sun that are bathing the earth. That's for us. Every positive step you take in your life, every kind word, every generous act, every little positive change you make amplifies your light, makes your light brighter. Every time you jump back into the 3D world, it darkens your light. Every time you send an angry text about politics, it darkens your light. Every time you argue with your wife or your kids, it darkens your light. Your job is to cultivate the light within you by bringing yourself to balance, opening up your heart center, and surrendering to the larger unity consciousness. That's how you're going to experience the full light of your nature. Just bliss in that light for a minute. Feel the light flowing through you. Feel yourself connected to the inner global web of light. Feel everything in you is joining that web of light. As soon as you touch that web of light, it makes you much more powerful. As soon as you touch that web of light, it makes the web stronger. It makes it easier for more people to ascend. The lighter, the stronger that web of light, it makes it so much easier for more people to ascend. We are not doing this for ourselves. We are literally doing this for humanity, to allow the earth to ascend. We are life on earth, and as we ascend, as the earth ascends, we're all ascending together. I don't know the specifics of the future. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I do know that every day I am cultivating my inner light. I am trying to bring my life to balance. I am trying to be more heart-centered. I am surrendering this self-centered thing that I got with the fear and the greed and I gotta have and I'm doing it. No, you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the earth. You're doing it for life. We're part of an interstellar web of life. We can't even conceive how complex it is. Let me tell you something else. These orbs that people see. And I'm hook, line, and sinker. The aliens are right here waiting for, I don't know what they're waiting for. I know we all want them here yesterday, right? So, but they're light. So these orbs, they are conscious beings. They're plasmoid beings. They're conscious. They're sentient. And what they want is they want your light. They want you to connect with them. They want to build this web of light on earth. The more you accept them, the more light you're able to give, the more you're helping the whole bigger picture unfold. See, all of us are expanding in consciousness. We're not aware of this bigger picture that's going on around us, and we're certainly not aware of our role in it because we can't really see that. We don't have that global perspective. We see it from our own eyes, but I want you to start letting go of this three-dimensional thing, and I want you to start stepping into, like I said, take that three-dimensional shell off your body and just allow your light to radiate. Just allow this ascension wisdom to anchor in your body. Allow this ascension energy to flow through you. And I want you to start anchoring much, much, much more light in your body.